Hello, it's DC and everybody. Normally I just introduce myself first because I'm the one messing up the live stream and pulling the music out and all that other stuff. And you'd think I'd get better at it, but I don't. I muted the tab when I was trying to set this up, and I was like, Cheryl, I can't hear you. And it was me, literally user error times 1,000. So I'm just going to introduce ourselves because I literally just had another user error. We're going to have a little intro video. So let me go ahead and just let Cheryl and all the other Snark coaches introduce themselves. Then we'll play the intro so that y'all can get excited about hearing from them. And then we'll continue on. Oh my God.
Hi, everybody. I'm just going to go first, because that's just what I like to do. Anyways, I'm Cheryl Spears. It's so odd for me to say this these days, but I guess I am the podcast host of Call Cheryl Hun. You're in a cult. And listen, DC, honestly, your technical difficulties, I was listening back to mine today on the podcast, and all 500 and some odd listens that you all have listened so far, I truly appreciate it because, whoo, y'all really are sticking with me. But, y'all heard my story. If you haven't heard my story, please go there and check it out. It's the very first episode. It tells you exactly why I do what I do. One thing that I did not do is dive into the diet culture part because I wanted to be able to have things to talk about in the future with these ladies when they come on. And also tonight, Snark Week, we're of course talking about autumn, right? But yes, so that's me in a nutshell, and I will, I guess, pass it over or down to Amy.
I feel like the Brady Bunch. Like we're getting there, ladies.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yep.
I think I might be the oldest. I have to be the mom.
Oh no, it's okay.
How old are you?
I will be the oldest. I'll be 44 in November.
Oh, you are the oldest. I'm the second. It's okay. You look beautiful for 44. So
hey, thanks.
Well, I'll be 44 next May.
Love it.
Yeah, I beat you by a few months. So all right, I will take the mom. I will be the mom. So my name's Amy Ewer, and I was a Diamond Beachbody coach. And after that, I do want to make sure, because we went live on Instagram yesterday. Some people jumped in. I am recovering from diet culture. Beachbody did a huge part of that. So did keto. So I was Improve It after. So Beachbody was not my only foray into the MLM world, but it was definitely the most impactful. So now I'm going to send it to Amber.
Hey y'all, I'm Amber. I guess I'm the baby. I'm probably the baby and the youngest here. And I'm sorry I look like a potato and I sound like a potato because I'm getting over COVID right now. But I was a Beachbody coach of potato, yes. I was a Beachbody coach for 5 years. I reached the esteemed diamond rank, and I was almost 2-star diamond when it all fell out from under me. And I now help people to realize and recognize those red flags that I had ignored for so long. So they are able to make an informed decision to either not to join Beachbody or any other MLM or to help them leave. Because as everyone else here, I was very much victimized by Beachbody's toxic diet culture, and it made me struggle with my self esteem and my self confidence, and gave me issues with body dysmorphia and orthorexia, and only exacerbated my issues with binge eating. So now I'm just here with all the rest of the ladies so we can share factual information and get it out there for people to see.
My turn. My name is Jen Baruso. I am a certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. I was a Beachbody coach on and off from 2012 until the 2018. Longest stint was like 3 years. And Cheryl hates this, but I got to 1-star diamond rank without even trying. I don't know how I did it. I didn't understand how ranking worked. I didn't understand the back office. I didn't understand none of that. I didn't pay attention to it. So she hates it. Beachbody exacerbated my eating disorder. I had started dieting when I was 12. So from 12 to 40, I was on one form of dieting or another. The 80-day obsession plan with the Time nutrition sent me over the edge. And I thought 2B mindset was going to be better. And I was in that test group, which a lot of people do. I don't share that a lot because I honestly don't remember much of it because I blocked a lot of it out. I was in that test group, and it wasn't a fix either. So I spent a good 1.5 years in therapy and recovery. And during that time, I was like, I still want to help people. So I got my personal trainer certification. I am continuously doing more and more education. Currently, I am now certified as a size inclusive training specialist, human movement specialist, women's coaching specialist. I am getting my NSCA certification, which is another certified personal trainer certification that is heavily based in science, and kettlebell certified too. Like, it's just, I am constantly learning. And today I have education to bring you all because Autumn pisses me off that she doesn't share this stuff. Okay.
Love it. I'm DC. I'm an MLM dropout. I was never in Beachbody. I just kind of got sucked into the group in a great way. I found Amy when I was having kind of a breakdown because I left Young Living in April of this year, and leaving kind of that group of friends and leaving just how deep I was into it. It was very hard. It was very painful. And one of our Discord members, in Aaron B's Discord, Dave, said, there's this video that Amy posted and it's incredible and I think it'll help you. And I watched it and it did help me. And then when I was just a baby account, I don't know, I might have had 60 followers. I was like, Amy, do you want to go live? And she was like, sure. And a pity yes to me. And so we kind of have been going live ever since. And then she kind of opened the cool door for me to walk through to meet Cheryl and Amber and Jen, and they've all been incredible. And I don't know, it's been nice to find people that are kind but will also tell you the truth without sugarcoating it just because like they're afraid to hurt your feelings. And I grew up competing in tennis pretty heavily. I have some of the leftover remnants of some EDs and from horrible coaching recommendations. So I think that's why I clicked with the Beachbody frustration. I have lots of feelings about Carl Deichler. I have lots of feelings about Autumn Calabrese and all of the other coaches that I can't remember their last names. But yeah, it's been interesting to learn about all this stuff that's going on behind the scenes that you wouldn't necessarily would know is so twisty unless you have the expertise that Cheryl, Jen, Amber, and Amy bring. So it's been great. And I think I'm going to pivot too. I don't know if we're going to watch the intro because it's just Autumn just being, worshipped from like one of those live Saturday things. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the actual video we're going to snark to. And let's see, I'm going to remove this. Am I?
Well, and as we start this Snark, it was super funny because we were talking in our chat this weekend, and it was like, all right, let's make some bets on it. What time are they going to go live?
Oh,
what
yeah.
time are they going to say this? Like, they're so predictable.
Well, and I thought Kat was going to be the first one to be like, oh, it's time to get back on track. But it was actually Christina. Actually, if you want to, time-wise, if you want to talk about it, it was actually Tanya in Italy.
Yeah.
But Tanya wasn't at Autumn's party, so I'm not counting that. But yeah. It was Christina. So I mean, if we want, do we want to? I guess later we could show the highlights from Autumn's party and how great it was.
Yep.
Look, I'm all about a good twerk session, but
hey, you know,
I'm good watching that. I don't do that. Go have your fun. That's not no.
There was a lot of caucasity happening. Michael Vick's wife was there. There was a lot of things happening. So there's a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should. You were in the Let's Get Up test group. Ooh, that
Michelle has some really great info, and she's also been huge in making the website for the FTC reporting. If y'all don't already follow her, she's a great follow.
Yes.
We'll have to bring her in.
For sure. Okay, let's see. Add to stream. Great pause.
You have the best one. Always.
Yeah. So this is Autumn Calabrese. She is a super trainer. She gets paid millions of dollars by Beachbody to do whatever she wants. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's probably not. She probably has to fulfill some sort of contract, but she seems to get away with doing the worst. And that's just my opinion. She seems to support very bad nutrition advice. Very it seems like people who would follow her advice would either reinforce potentially their own ED. And some people don't know what that means. It means eating disorder or disordered eating. And we're using that so that if you struggle with it, that there's a buffer so you don't necessarily get as upset about us talking about it. But I also want to know, like, if you're new to that abbreviation, that y'all are aware of that as well. Also, YouTube likes to slap us sometimes when we say things, even though we're trying to educate. So there's that. And again, I've never been in Beachbody. I just have lots of feelings after finding out about her. Jen, Cheryl, Amy, Amber, what have y'all's experiences been with Autumn?
Well, she's very contradictory, right? She's very hypocritical because she says one thing and she does another. And the group she hangs out with models her behavior with the do what I say, not as I do, as we saw this weekend with her and Christina's combined birthday party, where all of them are supposed to already have been doing the 4-week gut protocol. But yet here comes the weekend and they have this big party planned, which I said in my stories this weekend, as I was commenting on it as it was happening, that I have no problem with people, going out having a good time.
Yeah.
But then, when you're saying this and you're trying to put yourself out there as some amazing health and wellness expert, and you have demonized food and you have demonized alcohol and how poisonous and toxic these certain things are to your body because you're trying to sell a disordered eating nutrition program, and then you go and do all those things and then you try to reel it back. It's just I don't like it. I don't like hypocrites. I don't like the contradictoryness of it, and her thinking and all of her minions thinking that they can just get away with it because they're supposed to be leading other people in their groups through this. And yet if one of their customers were to do this, they would make them feel like crap for doing it.
Well, and for me, so Have any of the other, has anyone else met her? Have you guys met Autumn?
I have not.
Pleasure.
I saw her from a distance at Summit in Nashville, and like there was a group of us just kind of standing, and she was walking to get in a car, like, and she had a bodyguard with her, and we all just kind of like waved at her, like, "Oh, hi, Autumn, hi," and she just looked at us and got in the car. Like she didn't wave at us or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I went to Punta Cana on the Success Club trip, like you had to hit Success Club, I don't remember what, to earn the meet and greet with the trainers. And this stark contrast between Chris Downing and Autumn was crazy. Like Chris hugged you, he talked to you, he was just amazing. And then you got to Autumn, she didn't say a word, put her arm around you, and like done. She didn't say, I don't think she said anything.
Yeah, she just kind of comes off as she's like so above you, like you're beneath her. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yep. And that picture, I'll have to send you all that picture. I've got it somewhere.
Oh yeah, we would love to see that picture. For sure.
For me with Autumn, it's all about like years of starting off with the original 21-day fix, having the book, printed it off, followed it to a T with the color-coded containers, you know, for the past, 8 years, right? And then everything that she feeds you while you're doing her workout and basically preaches to you. And it's kind of like subliminal messaging, right? While you're working out, she's like, if you're not following the nutrition plan, then you won't see results. And she says that pretty much the entire time during her workouts, right? Because literally all she does is talk during her workout.
She talks a lot. She likes to hear herself talk.
She does not stop talking.
The whole time, no matter what workout program it is, right? And then, so now, and also it's the fact of the matter that now she's trying to blame it on everybody else while they fail and not herself, knowing that her programs are crap and nobody should be following them.
Yeah. Yep.
So I started with Insanity, and then I bought the 21 Day Fix Challenge pack and got assigned a coach and became a coach. That I never liked that program because I couldn't stand her. Like I said, she would not stop talking. Now I did follow Portion Fix to a T publicly, but like I posted in my reel today in stories, I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff that I wasn't going to share with anybody. But now that I've been studying nutrition and I've been studying fitness and I listen to her talk, and she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. She makes stuff up all the time, or if she is saying something that's true, she is taking it from someone else.
Yep. And not giving credit necessarily.
No.
Yeah.
Like her whole gut protocol program, hers, is taken from a doctor who wrote a book about fiber fueled.
Wow. I mean, and again, people get in big trouble for plagiarism, and she doesn't seem to get any. There's no consequences for her.
He supported it. Like he's had her on podcasts, and he like, no, man, yeah, no.
Oh, shoot.
Well, I mean, it's like our favorite Ashley taking the intuitive eating concept and creating her own course, and it's like
she's launching Body Positive Badass again.
Okay, pause. Before, if anybody ever finds this video, for the love of God, take it from someone who basically got ripped off, but called her out for it, and she repaid them. Do not do the Body Positive Badass course with Ashley Molstead. You get very generic slides that were created by, looks like an elementary schooler. Basically everything she rants and raves about on her stories are put in the slides. You will get no interaction with her whatsoever. She does not respond to any comments, questions, nothing in the group. She takes your money and basically leaves you high and dry. And her workbook that she has with it looks like a toddler made it. And yes, I said it because I'm a little upset about that. And I'll go into more detail about that one day.
Yeah, I mean, you paid a premium for it too. So it's how audacious to create something, ask people to pay a lot of money for it, and then basically give them crap. I mean, it's just
so
it's very typical.
People that follow us see this. Please do not join that. Please.
Oh my god. So we're just gonna no, you're good. People need to know for sure. We're gonna start playing the video. Just a heads up. If food talk makes you feel any kind of negative way, maybe skip this video. Don't want you to be in a space where you don't feel comfortable or anything like that. And Autumn tends to go there, so buckle up.
Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday.
Can y'all hear that?
Hope everybody's week is off to a really good start. I'm obviously back in LA. Got a really busy week this week. Actually, Andrea Rogers, our new Beachbody Super Trainer, is coming over today. We're going to be filming some content because her new program is coming out in just a couple weeks. XP Sweat and Sculpt, so that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, there's Autumn. There's Autumn having her hand in everybody's cookie jar.
Yeah,
she's got to have her 21-day fix and portion fix stuff in everybody's new program that comes out.
Yeah,
I will say that she posted. Autumn did post on her stories, I think today, promoting her program coming out on the 4th, which I've got to give it to her. Hasn't happened in the past. Like, very rarely does she shout out any other trainer. And so that was great. That it looks like maybe Autumn will be supporting her. I'm wondering why, but yeah.
Probably because she was forced to.
That's my guess.
Or
yeah.
Or she's just trying to get in good with the new girl because she don't want
nobody else likes her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Autumn doesn't really like the idea. It seems like she's frustrated sharing the spotlight. And that's just my assumption from like how she said, oh, so-and-so's coming over. And then she had that big swallow and her body language is kind of like tense. And it's just, I mean, maybe she's gearing up for something else, but.
She shared pictures and videos in her stories with Andrea being over there yesterday. And you could totally, like, we need a body language expert one day to come in and like look at her and watch her. But you could just see her like, she didn't want her there. Like she didn't want her there
because she's a narcissist, and
it's all
about the Autumn show.
What she looks like here, not using a filter, not having any makeup on, right? And then compare it to with her caked on. She looks like a completely different person.
Yeah,
it's kind of scary.
Yeah. And you know, like normally, you know, when we're not dealing with a health and wellness company, we don't talk about, you know, hair and body and stuff like that. And the reason we talk about this is there's such a stark contrast between when she was healthier and now. And because in Beachbody, they're specifically saying these products will make you healthier. And then we see this drastic, seemingly negative transition from one thing to the next. It's like, this seems like a red flag. And again, we're trying to be as tactful as we can with someone we don't really like, but it seems kind of evident that doesn't seem to be a positive uptick associated with whatever way she's eating, and we assume it's the Beachbody way. I don't know what y'all think about that.
It might be interesting. So with Portion Fix, and they had this like a week where it was kind of like, it was like a competition prep. It was even more restrictive during like the final week so that you can push to get amazing results.
That cut, like what
it was chicken
editor would use for like a cut.
Broccoli,
chicken, broccoli,
asparagus, rice, and sweet potatoes for a week.
And that's it. And so
it.
I wonder if she
did it.
Goes more towards that, is what it feels like.
For Jennifer, she says the bangs are so distracting. Well, I'm pretty sure, based on her party this weekend, those are clip-ins. Those are clip-ins.
Really?
Yes, because her bestie Christina posted a story of her husband, Danny, playing with a pair of clip-in bangs like this, and Autumn's the only one who had bangs like that. So I'm just saying, allegedly, there's some clip-ins from my observation.
Well, I mean, at least she doesn't have to wait for them to grow out. I mean, they look incredible on Cheryl. I mean, I wish I was like whatever Cheryl's doing, like your ponytail situation, your bang, like a whole vibe. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah, Monica did wear the bangs as well.
Yeah,
and she did. Passing them around, and then I think that's the craziest thing to me. Never once did they think like maybe I shouldn't post this. Like that I think is the craziest thing, and it kind of shows how narcissistic they are. That they're like, if you want to do that, go for it. But if you are trying to put yourself out there as a professional health and wellness coach, don't show it.
Hang on, like, DC, I'll send it. I'll send you the picture of Christina's husband. See.
Oh, I could share it on the screen. Oh, yeah, let's do that real quick before we continue.
No, what? No, mine are not a clip-in. I promise. They're 100%.
Love it. Like, and look how healthy Cheryl's hair looks.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like
100% real.
Look at the difference. Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Cheryl's
and
hair
they are the exact same cut, the exact same color as Autumn's. Like,
put them up there, I sent
them in the group chat.
I'm going to Instagram and grabbing them, and I'm going to put them in the.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Fringe Bangs, and she was the only one there with Fringe Bangs. Because Monica was making it seem like she was gonna put the clip-in bangs, but she has already like longer, like layered, like bangs, you know, and how she was wearing her hair. So
I think it's possible there some of that is her hair. Then she has the clip-ins because she definitely has extensions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I'm learning so much right now. Okay.
It could, I mean, her hair is really, I mean, it's thinned out a whole lot, right? And I'm just going to, I mean, I don't know what thin hair is like because my hair is so thick. I also have half of the back of my hair shaved too. So, like, I don't know anything about hair or losing hair. But
oh my God,
I do know people that have their hair that thins when you're malnourished.
Mine has thinned horribly in the last few years when I went through portion fix and then keto and then carnivore. Like it's crazy how much hair
I have. I used to be able to just take my hand through it and just strands of hair would come out. And it doesn't, I mean, I still lose hair now, but it's not near the same level as what it was.
I used to lose so much hair. My husband thought I should be bald, and I was like,
"Yeah,
I don't know how I didn't go bald. I did in the back, but that was on purpose." So,
yeah. So here's the dude.
Yeah, those are the bangs.
Zoom in? Sure can. Let's see. Let me just zoom over here. Oh yeah, it's like, is it like extra bang? No, that's the exact. I can't put both of them up at the same time, but it's like the same.
They're the same length.
Yeah, let me just here. I can fix it. Hold on. Remove. Stop. Share.
Yeah, Lynn, I am so sorry. I'm the same way. Like I am totally going through it, trying to get my hair back.
Yeah,
it's like the same.
Those are the same. If she straightened them, I mean, because they're obviously they were in something where they're
sideways.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same.
She obviously like uses her, straightener to do a little curl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Yeah, it's the same. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Yep. I mean, it's the exact same.
She didn't clip them back far enough. That's why they're so long.
Yep. But I mean, you can tell by the color. You can tell by the cut. They're the same. They're the exact
same. So she clips in bangs? Really?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, if she's struggling with her, and again, I'm saying this as kindly as I can, people who have they're struggling with lots of food issues, and she's lost a lot of hair. She may just be needing that extra. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, close this out. Share screen. Here we go. We're back. All right.
Good morning, Meg. Hi, Madison. I'm giving people a chance to get on. Hi, Kayla. There was something I was thinking about this weekend when I was in Florida enjoying a little birthday celebration. My birthday is actually this coming Friday, but since I did a joint party with my friend Christina and her birthday was on the 15th, we decided to do it together over the weekend. But there was something I was thinking about as I was sort of enjoying the party and posting about the party and sharing photos. And in the back of my mind, there was like this voice. And I was like, you're going to get shredded. You're going to get shredded for this. You're going to get shredded for that. Hi, Liz.
Ask the question why, Autumn. Ask the question why.
All the things.
Then don't do it or don't post it. Like,
also, if you're thinking about what the trolls, your haters are going to say,
exactly,
you need to go to therapy. Okay.
Yep. If you're at your birthday party, you're not being present with your friends because you're worried about what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
And
because it's all about her not looking bad. Because even in the story that Hannah shared, like where they're doing shots, Autumn had to be like, it's water. I'm doing gut protocol. Like, just don't lie. Why? You don't have to lie. It's your birthday. Like, enjoy some drinks. Like,
yeah,
it's the whole perception of her not coming off as she's not going off plan, and it goes back to the whole toxic diet culture. So,
and she's personally profited over this extreme perspective about all of her programs, that her programs are the cure-all, end-all for everything, and staying on track is the only way to be successful.
And alcohol isn't allowed.
Yeah.
She doesn't allow alcohol.
It's allowed if you swap it out for food.
Oh, yeah.
A yellow.
Yeah.
You have to swap it out for a yellow.
If you eat less food, you are allowed to drink poison.
I don't think gut protocol. But I don't think gut protocol allows.
It doesn't maintenance. It doesn't maintenance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And maintenance, she teaches you how you can enjoy one every now and then.
Yeah.
No, just for the safety of everyone listening, please do not drink alcohol on an empty stomach.
Karina, they got white girl wasted. Okay. I know. Did you see my stories? They got white girl wasted. It was a thing. It was a lot.
So bad.
Oops. No. Why?
Yes, Lynn. You get white girl wasted this Saturday.
Hi, pretty and pink princess. Good morning, you guys. So here's the thing. We're having the birthday party. You guys, we're having the cocktails. We're having the dessert. We had it catered. And
fun.
I had actually said to the caterer, like, hey, I don't really eat gluten or dairy, so can we make sure there's options without gluten or dairy? And she did. The food was amazing. But it was like a Cuban type theme, but so we had like different guacamole and like fried plantains, and there was lamb chops, and there was these little like pork something or others that were meant to look like Cuban cigars. And
you're supposed to pour the alcohol into the yellow container.
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, you are. So Jennifer is right. So you can make sure that you have enough. You put everything in those bagel containers.
Oh my god.
I'm not joking.
You know what I think? I'm always surprised on the marketing side that she talked an entire multi-million-dollar company into this idea with the containers.
Yeah.
It was her idea, wasn't it? Or no?
So before she came to Beachbody, she plagiarized it from the My Plate from the government. This portions. She took that and she made the containers. Right. And then somebody was on a show in LA and they knew Carl, and they brought her on, and then they introduced her to Carl. And that's how she started with Beachbody. That is the very abridged version of it.
Wow.
Very abridged.
Wow.
But it's so sad. Like it sounded good. Like the food sounded amazing. And it's the fact that she's like, oh, people are going to get mad at me for showing this. Okay, well then why? Why would people get mad at you? Could it be
Well, and that's the thing. Like the desserts looked amazing. The cake looked fantastic, but they didn't even show anything of them cutting the cake, enjoying the birthday cake. Like, what did they do with the cake? What happened to the cake?
Yeah.
That's what the cake just like the rice cauliflower. Where's the rice cauliflower? Otto, when you went to Ghana, what happened to it?
The only person that showed themselves eating one of the treats was Hannah the next morning, eating a donut.
Eating the donuts.
Yeah.
Or when Monica was shaming Michael Vick's wife because she was eating some of the desserts.
Right.
So yeah, like where's the cake? Hashtag cake gate. What happened to the birthday cake? Because if I was at that party, I would be eating the cake. Okay.
Yeah, you and
I am a cake person.
Amy, I like the GIF.
They did?
Amy, GIF in the background.
Oh yeah, Amy's got the peanut butter.
Do we need to explain? All right, so I'm recovering. So just to explain, I'm recovering from a total knee replacement. I'm 3 weeks out from it, but I have to eat with my pills, and my food of choice is peanut butter. Okay, wait, I can't reach him. And Scooby-Doo snacks. Scooby-Doo graham crackers dipped in peanut butter. It's life.
I have a whole snack drawer in my desk in my closet. So like, I mean, we're vibing on the same wavelength.
Oh yeah.
In a very culty way. Oh heck
I've got my popcorn, but this is the caramel and cheddar mix. So if you like the caramel, like the sweet and the salty, I'm all about that.
Those are my favorite chocolates, Jen.
Yes.
Oh, I love those, but the caramel. I like the caramel ones.
I have 2 bags.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I
Love
have
it.
no snacks. That's what my desk is missing.
Yeah, you need Cheryl some snacks.
Yeah.
You got anything else? No, that's it. That's all I got.
Wait, what is that? Cheryl, what
it's my dog's toy. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, we're bonding over snacks and floofs, so it's great.
Yes.
I'm playing with her to wear her out because
my floof is asleep on the floor.
And she let go, and the rope almost hit the computer. So I'm sorry, you all.
That sounds like something that would happen to me, especially on a live stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
The point is while I'm enjoying the party, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to get shredded. I'm going to get shredded on social media because there's such this anti-health thing right now. Like
no, you created this.
Person.
No.
Which is weird to me. But there's also this thing where people like to attack and they like to say like, oh my God, well, if you couldn't stick to your plan every single day, then it's not a healthy plan. And it's a diet and it's restrictive. And you could have that mindset.
You created the plan, Autumn. You created
this.
You created it.
Oh, it's not anti-health.
No,
that's not what we talk about. And like, I think I posted yesterday or something. I am an anti-diet culture personal trainer and nutrition coach. We don't focus on weight loss because that's what her narrow view of health is, being in a thin body and losing weight. Weight has about that much to do with your overall health. That much.
Which she has shown, because she's like been so unhealthy apparently the entire time that she was pushing this on people. Like she's like, oh, I've had these issues for 5 years and now here's a gut protocol. It's like, okay, so you've been unhealthy for years doing the plan that you put out to all of us?
No, but she yelled at us for like 20 minutes on one of her lives a few months ago about how we can't read the PDFs correctly, how we're not committed, how we don't have enough, resolve to stay on track, and blah, blah, blah. And then she said, oh, I'm going to get reamed for this. No.
It's written in the book, remember?
Yes. And then it's like,
it's in the binder. Dave, her idea of anti-health is like me saying, if you want to eat a Snickers, you can eat a Snickers.
Yeah.
If you go to McDonald's And that's all. If you're on your way to work and you're like, I need food, the only thing that's there is McDonald's. I'm going to go through a drive-through and get a breakfast sandwich. That to her, me telling people, giving them permission because they can't give themselves to do that, just to eat food, that to her is anti-health.
Yeah.
Me having a drawer full of chocolate candy in here, that honestly, that stuff's been here since one bag has been here for almost 2 years.
Oh.
The other bag's been here since last Christmas.
Yeah.
That to her is anti-health.
Yep. And I don't know. It's frustrating because she doesn't even listen to what she says. It seems like it's her own lie to herself.
Well, yeah, I mean, she literally personally victimizes herself by walking through the candy aisle at the grocery store. Okay, like she. Can you believe there's Halloween candy out? Oh my God.
There's candy out year round. And she does, like, I was waiting for it this year. She went on it early. Last year, it was like 2 weeks before Halloween that she went.
Well, she had to go on it early because she was promoting 4-week gut protocol at the beginning of September. So she had to go on and shame people into even thinking about, why would you be thinking about candy? You need my program. That, if this is who needs it.
Yeah.
Dave, we all are.
Yeah.
We all are.
The hypocrisy is so frustrating, and then pretending to be like, "Oh, I'm just getting attacked for no reason." No, you literally you remember what you said, Autumn.
Yeah, and then when we point that out, we get called trolls and haters and fat lazy slobs, and we don't care about our health, and we don't know what we're talking about. Well, neither does Autumn.
Yeah. Yep. And again, it's like we're all adults here. You get to reap the consequences of your own words, and she seemed to do that here. Now, do I want her to enjoy her birthday? Sure. But I'm just like, reevaluate your positioning if you yourself cannot even enjoy your birthday.
And there's nothing wrong with saying that you are pivoting or that you have realized, because honestly, that's what all of us are doing. And
we've learned. We've unlearned. Yeah.
Exactly. And we're also like taking accountability for this is, I preached this to everybody and I'm sorry. I was wrong. And she can't do that. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Well, ugh. Man, all right, here we go.
Stupid mindset. It really is. And by stupid, you guys, it's an immature mindset to have, because really what it is you have this healthy plan that you're on, and sometimes we just want to do something that's not so healthy for us. And that's okay. I mean, the goal is to not do it all the time, because it's not that Portion Fix is unhealthy or too restrictive or hard to follow. It's not that gut protocol is too restrictive or hard to follow or not a healthy lifestyle. It's that several cocktails and shots and decadent food and dessert is not healthy. Doesn't mean you don't want to do it. Doesn't mean you don't want to do it. It doesn't mean that you don't do it sometimes.
Who are you trying to convince, Autumn?
Okay.
Yeah.
Dieting. This is from the National Eating Disorders Association. They report that 35% of normal dieters progress to pathological dieting, which is disordered eating patterns. Of the 35%, 20 to 25% of individuals develop full-blown eating disorders. Hi, it's me. So if you're taking 100 people that are following either gut protocol or Portion Fix, 35% of them are going to shift to pathological dieting, disordered eating behaviors. Of those 35 people, 25%, up to 25% are going to end up with a full-blown eating disorder. Eating disorders are the second leading cause of death for mental health disorders, only behind opioid addiction. They are deadly. I have addressed this with her. She has blocked me for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it says to do in the policies and procedures, to block and do not engage with negative people. So, it feels like a losing battle, even though we're trying to speak up about it. It's just,
okay.
And again,
let's answer this question about the 70% of people have undiagnosed food sensitivities. They probably in one post linked a study. And if you look at that study, it included cancer.
It's not a study. It wasn't a study. It was an article of what they wanted to research to do over the next 20 years.
Yeah.
It wasn't a study of anything.
Everything. It was ulcerative colitis. It was cancer. It was
rectal cancer. It was anything from your mouth to your.
Yeah. Oh, my friend says the rooter to the tutor.
Yes, I like that. Yes, that 70% of undiagnosed food sensitivities is a made up number. Made up.
There's also CRCC. And why are people still doing gut protocol every month? Wasn't it a find your allergy to food and move on?
Well, so I've been torturing myself while I've been down, and she did a thing, and she actually said the reason that you should do it every so often is that your food sensitivities can change so much. Hers have changed. She took another test and it was completely different than what it was the day before, or the year before, excuse me. And so you should do it periodically because it may change and it may surprise you. And it's like, really? No, that's not the way this should work. And especially if you consider, for her, she was saying it was a year. Gut protocol just came out in March. So why are people doing it consistently? It doesn't make sense. I'm glad I could provide you guys with a
well, and that's what I was saying. Like when Christina was posting on Monday and was saying, oh, she needed her new gut protocol group to start today after their whole weekend, and she's talking about how good it was. But it's like, if you've done this program for how many times, you should already know your food intolerances, right? So like, why do you have to keep going back to it if it's designed for you to figure out what your food sensitivities are?
It's so they can
you
sell.
already know that. But yeah, exactly. It's not for that. It's a quick fix to lose weight as fast as possible so they can continue this cycle, because guess what? This weekend, Autumn and all her buddies are going to Epcot to do more drinking and eating and partying.
Food and wine festival.
Oh, I love the food and wine festival. It's the best.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Healthy lifestyle. That is the thing that you shouldn't be following all the time. So I have Portion Fix, I have Gut Protocol, I have these plans that are a lifestyle that I absolutely can stick to and enjoy. And I can enjoy a cocktail on Portion Fix, and we can enjoy desserts on both Portion Fix and 4-Week Gut Protocol. And if you even move over to Gut Protocol maintenance, I tell you how to have a cocktail every once in a while. Those are healthy lifestyles that you can follow. Drinking excessively, eating super rich, decadent food that's higher in saturated fat and salt and sugar, and desserts that are loaded with sugar, you guys, that is the not healthy lifestyle. And that shouldn't be a lifestyle.
You're demonizing food.
She acts like everybody that doesn't do her plans, all we're doing is eating donuts and fried foods and drinking. I'm like,
she literally asked for gluten and dairy-free desserts for her birthday.
They didn't eat them.
And didn't eat them.
What?
Like WTF?
And I'm sorry, it is
Where
not.
are the gluten-free cakes and ice cream and all that stuff? That's the great gate. We need the dessert gate.
Where did they all go?
Dessert gate. Where did they all go?
But
I would love for her to explain how it is healthy, because honestly, health is subjective per person. It's different for everybody. So how is it healthy for you to not eat a sweet potato, but it's okay to have a glass of wine or a tequila and water? Ashley Mole said. Let's not have a nutrient-dense food. Instead, let's drink a poison. Because alcohol is poison. How is that healthy? It's not.
Yeah.
Or instead of a sweet potato, you're allowed to have 10 chocolate covered raisins.
Oh my God.
Or like 2 dates. Don't eat a sweet potato. You can have 2 dates. You can't have both. You have to pick one or the other. That is not. No.
Truth one. Autumn had white stuff in her nose last year during a party. You got any evidence to back that statement up? Because
that's highly inflammatory right there.
Yeah, that's inflammatory. Yeah. We ain't spreading those kind of rumors here.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
All right, let's go.
We can even sustain. It's amazing what a miracle our bodies are. That they don't shut down and just die and break instantly when we constantly basically.
My body shut down following portion fix.
Yeah.
My body was shutting down. My hormones were off the wall. My hair was falling out. My nails were breaking. I wasn't sleeping. I had GI issues. My body was shutting down because her program and the way they tell you to calculate how much you are supposed to eat is not enough food.
Yeah.
I cannot stand this woman. I'm muting
on a basis of excessive alcohol and food that's not good for us, right? So that is the thing that you don't want to stick to all the time. So I was thinking about it, like I said, as the weekend was going on, and I was like, oh my God, they're going to come at me again. And they're going to tell me, see, you can't even follow your own program and blah, 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 blah. And the thing is that actually the whole time we were there, we did.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yep.
For the simple fact of the matter that she believes that that is what we are talking about is really disturbing to me, right? Like she thinks that we are purposely coming after her to pick on her, right? And pick on everything she's doing. What she's doing is she's diminishing what we went through and what others have talked about, right? Experiencing her programs. So it's really disturbing to me about the fact of the matter that she's like, oh, they're going to just come after me and be like, blah, blah, blah. No, Rip. It's because you messed us up. Like that's
you will not listen to any of the feedback. You will not address us. You just block and delete.
Hence my reel today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And again, to not acknowledge how much influence she has is to not like, for if she's not, again, does she probably have a lot more critics than most people in terms of Beachbody? Maybe there might be a few others, but she has a lot of influence. She also has a lot of influence with Carl. And we know that because she's put in these positions that maybe she's not necessarily qualified for, like the Tour de Pants or whatever it is. Like she's not a cycling instructor. There were other cycling instructors that could have led that or been more of the
literally Jennifer Jacobs, the cycling instructor they brought into Beachbody to lead cycling workouts, was not part of Tour de Pants.
Yeah.
Well, so I think that's why a big reason why J Method's been really snarking on Autumn a lot in her reels and her TikTok and stuff. So it's been great. But well, it's the favoritism.
And you can tell because right here she's like, you guys, we followed everything all these different times in the workouts, and we had one party or whatever, but it's the justification. The fact that she feels she needs to justify it shows that there is a problem.
Yeah.
It just does. And she makes me so mad.
Yeah. I mean, she's not willing to change too. And and again, I'm not saying like, hey, if she absolutely disagrees with us, okay, that's one thing. If she's on team, whatever team it is to promote whatever she's promoting, okay, but she's not even willing to discuss it, and she's not open to scientific data. She's not open to any registered dietitians talking to her. She's not open to any feedback. And again, most ideas can hold up to rigorous testing. And hers don't seem to, because one, she's afraid of having them tested. because when they are tested, they fall apart, in my opinion. Man, okay.
Healthy during the day. We knew darn well going into that weekend. We said, we're going to Miami for a weekend of debauchery, okay? We knew going into it what we were doing. By the way, by Sunday, so my friends Kat and her husband Ted and Donald, they all stayed at my house in Miami. Y'all, we didn't get out of our pajamas. We didn't get off of the couch except to make ourselves like broccoli. We're like,
broccoli,
water, and vegetables.
I mean, I'd want to have like a toasted like bagel sandwich with like eggs and cheddar cheese.
Sorry. If I'm nursing a hangover, I want
carbs,
all the brunch foods, right?
Yeah.
Like the bacon, the pancakes, the toast, the eggs, hash browns.
But no, for their hangovers, they had someone come and give them IVs. So
you
didn't.
I don't know if Autumn was there, but like Christina and because was it at Autumn's house or were they already back at Christina's house? I don't know, but yeah, they all got IVs because they got so plastered all weekend. They were dehydrated. But what, Autumn? It's bad to be dehydrated? Oh.
Even the nurse said it. The nurse was like, the diagnosis is too many alcoholic beverages. Yeah. And they thought it was funny.
It's so funny.
You know how you recover from a hangover? Gatorade, water, and food. And sleep.
Hey, live chat. I don't know who's in whose chat, but this is just for mine. I'm not feeling too good about making claims about people participating in illegal activity. So, I don't want to boot anybody from the chat. I'm just telling you where I stand. I don't know about anybody else's live chat, but I don't want to do that on my live chat. So if you're in mine, don't do it.
No, that's not why we're here.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Yep. Okay.
Let's the IVs.
By Sunday, after a couple days of doing that, we didn't feel good. Like we were exhausted. We were sleep deprived. We were dehydrated. We were like, we just want to lay here and let our bodies recover from what we just did. We had the best time. I don't regret any of it. That's not something I do. Like I might do that once or twice a year, if that. So the healthy lifestyle is the portion fix, is the gut protocol. And I love that I have that to go right back to.
Okay, but here's my question. I'm not a registered dietitian, so this might not be right information. When I've been working with my registered dietitian, she literally has pulled me off of drinking my protein shakes. And again, that's not for everyone. She's just like, you need to figure out how to eat food again. Because I was literally drinking protein shakes all day long and then maybe eating one regular meal. And she's like, we got to figure it out. We can wean off of it. And she wasn't being crazy. I'm not trying to give advice. I'm saying if you're eating so restrictive and like the rice cauliflower, the broccoli, the no fats, such limited fats and no processed food, and then you jump to something else, wouldn't some people's bodies have a hard time, like have some kind of reaction to that? Like, what the crap did we just eat? I don't know. I just thought maybe that's reasonable to say, like, maybe it's not just you're drinking alcohol and you're having some rich food. Maybe it's just like it's so different from what you normally eat. It's not necessarily bad. I don't know.
Well, like when gut protocol first came out, the first week people were complaining about headaches and fatigue and stomach. Well, that's because they were starving themselves. And so but they pushed past it, they kept doing it, and then they went off of it, and then they complained that their stomach hurt. I must be allergic to this. Like, that's because what you're doing to your body is not consistent. You're not giving it the adequate nutrition it needs, and it's going to react to that. Our bodies are freaking smart. Yeah. You starve it, which a diet is intentional starvation. Even if you're doing it with the help of a dietitian to lose weight, it is intentionally starving your body.
Well, and I think the other interesting thing is too, some of these coaches do this every weekend. So like this isn't like a huge shift for them. They show this every weekend, and every Monday they're getting back on track. So that I think is also the frustration. Is it's not where she's saying like they're totally sustainable. They're not. They're not.
Yeah. It's exhausting listening to these people too, because I mean, regardless of where our stance on Autumn is, she still has tons of influence with other people. So they're watching her every move. If they like her, you know, they're saying like, "Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow that." And then it's encouraging a bunch of people to maybe not make the best choices for themselves and be in a tough spot to figure out how to get out of it. And it's like, what, it doesn't seem like Beachbody cares. Maybe they do.
No,
It doesn't seem like it though.
if you see the post from Lolly, it was that comment like almost brought me to tears yesterday, because she was saying like, I have looked up to you. I have followed your plans. I've been sober for 5 years. And like, this bothered me so much knowing what you guys were doing to yourselves. And like oh my gosh, that comment was
I didn't see that. Was that on her like was that on her like reflection post or whatever?
It was on this live. It's a post on this live.
Is it still
I'll
up?
go look for it. I'll go look for it. Who was the name? What was the name?
Oh, I don't remember. It was on it last night. Let me see if I even screenshotted it, because I was like, this is the problem. You are an example. You're an example. And so people follow what you do.
Yeah.
There is some level of accountability when you are a public figure. And for me, so I did human resources for about 15 years before I don't know what I was thinking, but before I started staying home with all these kids. And when you are high up in a company, you are expected on your off hours to also behave according to the policies and the procedures and the code of ethics. You are a representative of that company at all times.
Remember, and that's what I was saying yesterday. Like, there's so many companies that have like a no fraternization rule between you know, you and your coworkers. Like, you're not even allowed to hang out with your coworkers outside of work, because this kind of behavior makes the company look bad. And especially with Autumn being in such, there's a power imbalance there between her and then all of the Beachbody coaches, who are the only people that she hangs out with. It's not right, it's wrong, but they don't care because they don't follow the rules that regular companies follow and abide by. They don't have a human resources. They don't care.
And even Autumn could have said, "Hey, I'm going to be partying with my friends this weekend. I'm going to show some clips. If watching someone drink is triggering, or if you're sober, I'll give you a warning. And I'll post another color at the end of the series so you know when it's safe to come back into stories." Because even in my chat on the late night live crew or whatever, we have a lot of sober friends in the chat. And so it's at least just acknowledging them, because again, people who are jumping into the health and wellness, you do have that where it's apparent, and again, her positioning with a lot of these programs where it's no alcohol or limited alcohol. And she knows who's following her programs.
So I have it. I did have it. So here's what it said. I love Beachbody and I have had great results from your programs. I'm also a recovering alcoholic, sober for 4 years this month. I'm not one of those anti-alcohol people, and it doesn't bother me if others drink. I just know that I cannot, for the reason that binge drinking almost killed me. Seeing you, a health and fitness expert, and several respectable Beachbody coaches do so was not only a huge disappointment for me, but also somewhat of a trigger as a recovering alcoholic. I know it hit me harder than it did most of your followers, me being in recovery. However, you've always had a positive impact on my life in the past until this point. Please don't take me as a troll. I'm giving you an honest point of view from a longtime follower of yours who happens to also be a recovering alcoholic. I'm loving 4 weeks for everybody. I wish you a happy birthday. I turned 41 on September 28th. Thank you again for all the amazing programs. And there's no response from her.
Oh, no. My God.
I'm surprised it's still up and she's not deleted or blocked.
I mean, and that's it. It's like, it's heartbreaking. You are an example.
The thing is that, you know, you think about, so as much as I hate to say it, like Autumn is a celebrity, right? When you think about that, especially with like in the Beachbody world, right? And part of her thing is health and fitness. So if you're a celebrity and you go to a party, right? Usually you have people sign non-disclosure agreements and you have people not show certain things. So why in the world was this showed the way it was?
Well, and that's why I was saying, I was like, I'm surprised that a lot of those things were shared, even though like they didn't tag Autumn. Everybody knew they were at Autumn's party. Like,
Yeah.
you know, she was only sharing or like, you know, resharing things, specific things, but like the whole twerk contest, like I'm surprised she allowed them to even keep them up on her stories, you know, and that she wasn't like, you need to take this down now.
The next day, Aaron Hopkins was like, look at this lifestyle. This is great. You can do this too.
Yeah.
Stories. They were using
Like,
it as a selling point to get people
Mhm.
to sign up with them.
Yeah. And
if you sign up with me, you can be in this proximity to Autumn.
And
which
if
is
that was me looking at that, like I'm seeing women in their late 30s, early 40s, almost 50, like getting absolutely slam-jammered. And that exhausted me.
Kat is 55.
Kat is 55?
She answered that in her stories. 55. I'm like, and you're twerking on the floor? What are you doing?
I mean, I think Kat is beautiful. I think she looks wonderful. And I really wish she wouldn't let Autumn influence her self-confidence, because I think she's a beautiful woman. But I mean, I'm not okay, I did that when I was in my 20s, okay? And then I had some kids, and I can't throw it back like that no more. I ain't got the Megan knees, okay? I can't get down on the Megan knees, okay? I just can't do it. So you ain't gonna see me doing that no more. But
y'all know I'm crazy. Y'all know that I'm like out there half the time. Like I'll have a twerk contest. I don't care, right? Like I don't. But and I want to piggyback off Amber too, because like honestly, like I think people probably think I pick on Kat, but she's the one who like I can see how I feel, like how I was the most, and I can relate to it. Her and Ashley, both of them. I was the exact same person, right? Back on track, off track, back on track, off track. Oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do keto. I'm going to do all veggies. I'm going to do like, I mean, literally it was mind blowing. And that's why I share their stuff the most, because I can relate and everything they're going through. And I just really wish, no, I would not twerk and market a business opportunity at all. I promise. Unless it was a twerking class.
Right? I mean, I would.
I can shake it, but you ain't. I ain't gonna get down there on my knees. I mean, I might for my husband, but not for Instagram. Okay,
right? I mean, and that's the craziest thing is like we would like to see more of them being real, because most of the time they're putting their fake selves out there.
Yeah,
they're putting this curated image. So then when they do put something out there that is the real them, we're like, what? Like, who are you? Because it is so drastically, it's like a 180.
Yeah, because they're selling the position of who they've painted themselves to be on social media, which okay, but they're using that as a selling point that people are buying into. And then they're completely different in some of these situations, which fine, you're multifaceted, I get it.
And it's I mean, like I know like a lot of you guys were, if you have a corporate job or anything, you have like a social media like
account.
policy, yeah, that you have to follow, you know, to not be doing all this in the public, right? So, and if you violate that, like my husband, like Jake's not on like Instagram, but he has Twitter, and like he has to say like my tweets are my own, because if he were to tweet something that was possibly inflammatory, it couldn't come back on the university. You know, you have to follow a social media. There's a certain conduct that you have to follow, And if you violate that conduct contract, you're done. You're fired. And that's
Aren't you guys?
But these influencers, man.
Do you guys think they write these off as business trips?
Yep.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everything is deductible.
I bet you Tanya's whole entire Italy trip is written off as a business expense.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Didn't people have to pay a ton to go with her, and then she didn't have to do it all?
Right. People pay extra to go with her. She gets a free trip, but I don't know if she realizes that free trip, the cost of that will count towards income.
Yeah, so I didn't understand
if you happen to see this, that cost of the trip is income, then you have to put it on your taxes next year.
And all these women she went with, she didn't know, and you can just tell it was so awkward. Like she didn't know any of these women, like so awkward. Like she's probably using it as a way to recruit them if they're not already. Because I think the one girl that was with her is a Beachbody coach, but like all the rest of them, like you could tell, like when she walked in, like to meet everyone, she was waiting for them to like fan her, like
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah, like them to be like, oh my God, Tanya, and they were just like,
she walked in like that.
Yeah, like I'm here,
and then she realized,
and she was like,
oh my goodness,
fanfare.
They did a group workout.
Of course they did, because she's trying to recruit them.
Squad goals.
Wait, so they just went on a trip to to be around Tanya for what purpose?
Because listen, Tanya is famous. She was a backup dancer.
Britney Spears' backup dancer.
Britney Spears
20 years ago.
She scratched her crotch in the video.
She's really good friends with Shaun T, and her best friend now is Autumn Calabrese.
I'm dying. Right. I'm looking at her stories right now, and 10 hours ago she posted a picture of her shrimp Caesar salad, and there's a fly on it.
Oh,
so somebody said that salad looks so good. Oh, wait a minute, is that a fly? And then there's a fly.
Oh no. Womp womp.
Which, I worked in the restaurant industry for a very long time. There were bugs in salads. It happens. Even if you wash them. And flies are going to be around.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, that was funny.
Oh, man. Everything gets photographed. Literally everything. Oh, my gosh.
That I have that as my home base. That I can go, you know what? I'm going to do it. We're going to go big. We're going to go hard. We're going to drink. We're going to laugh. We're going to eat all the things. And then
how did we hear? She tells us all the time. She literally
every day.
We reacted to something, and I think maybe it was Jen, but she's about to tell us that she's a Britney Spears backup dancer. Not 10 seconds later, she's like, and when I was a backup dancer for Britney Spears, I was like, oh my gosh, stop it!
Like we said at the beginning of the call, if you've come in on recently, they are predictable.
Yeah,
predictable.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Oh, your screenshots are amazing.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's going to help me feel better again. That is the balance, you guys. It is not this all or nothing mentality where you're just like, oh my gosh, if I'm not 100% all the time and I never eat dessert again, and I never have a cocktail again, I'm a failure if I have one of those things. Right? And it's not like, oh, well, I had one of those things, so let me just keep having those things over and over and over again. It's finding the balance between the two, knowing that you have something to turn to that helps you take care of your body and feel your best on a regular basis, so that when you want to go have a little excessive fun, you can have that excessive fun, and then you can be done with it and you can get right back on track. That's where I'm at today. I just got up.
Why does it have to be excessive fun? Why can't it just be fun?
Yeah.
Right? Why is she's making it extreme? Doesn't need to be. And she just said back on track. When a few weeks ago, she said there was no track.
There was no track. And then her bestie was like in her stories earlier that morning saying it's not being back on track and all this. Like, come on. Y'all are confusing the messaging here. You need to have a team meeting or something to get your story straight.
Well,
You can't keep them.
And it really is. I think where the reason she's saying excessive is because she doesn't do it normally. Like there's no middle ground for them. And, you know, so that is, I think, the thing that has bothered most of us with this is exactly like pick a side. And to think that those of us who are not following her plans are just out here eating all the things. No, we're trying to be a balanced approach. But I can tell you now, I can have something in my house and it will last, like Jen said, for months because I don't feel the need to binge it because I'm going to restrict it starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
I've had in my desk for almost 2 years.
I've had two.
There's 3 left.
I've had 2 cheesecakes from Cheesecake Factory in my fridge for a week, and I have 5 people in my house. Okay, like it's
which one? I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory.
I'll take him.
Just the like original strawberry cheesecake, and then I think it was like the birthday cake one. I can't remember. Yeah, the birthday cake.
And I think that's a process
Jake likes that one.
For like after, I mean, coming out of that competition, that unhealthy relationship with my coach and food and everything, it was a process to swing from feeling like I needed to eat everything good in sight to being able to have stuff in my desk and be able to not feel like, okay, let's have some balance. Let's keep and it took, I mean, it's been a lot of years. And again, go to a therapist, go to someone who can help you like walk through that. But again, don't feel like you have to figure it out right away. If you're listening to this and you're in that, maybe that unhealthier place and you're like, I feel stuck, that it's never going to be fixed. It's a process. And no, I think everyone here is like professional help. If you can afford it or if your insurance covers it, please, please, please go see someone. Yeah.
So good. And by sleeping in, I meant I got up at 6:45 this morning. I made my matcha latte. I'm super excited to drink this. I'm going to make myself a really healthy breakfast. We're going to get our filming in. I'm going to do my workout later today, which is not my favorite thing to work out later in the day, but because we're filming a little bit earlier.
So her workouts don't count if she's filming? Or is she filming?
And it's for Autumn, she's always been like, it's always been, you need to get your workout done first thing in the morning, right? Like get it done out of the way. But then some people just can't do that. And then it's like, well, you let the whole day get away from you. And they're like, well, if I didn't get, my workout done in the morning, then I'm a failure. When really, I've actually preferred working out later in like the afternoon and the evening because I've had more to eat during the day and I can, I perform better in my workouts and I can lift heavier.
Well, right. And the filming that she's going to do, it was in the kitchen with Andrea Rogers. They weren't workouts. So there were recipes and that kind of stuff so that she can tie portion picks to this bar blend, whatever, Sculpt and Sweat or something, their new program. Yeah.
And it's the bar. It's a bar program, isn't it?
It's a bar. So looking at it, it's a bar program. It's a mixture, in my opinion, of Elisa's program and Let's Get Up. That's what it is for me. It's a mix of those two.
The thing that Amber was talking about with like working out in the evening, and then she's talking about I got to work out in the morning. And this is just a perspective. I don't know if anybody really knows, but like I officially quit Beachbody in February, right? And so my mindset is still extremely screwed up when it comes to working out and food, like extremely screwed up. Yeah. And for me, like I noticed that like I want to work out in the evenings because I feel better. Plus I like to sleep. I like to sleep in. I don't have to officially be ready for work until 8:30. I work from home. This is how I show up for work, right? Like everybody knows.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person.
Right. And so, but for me, like my mindset has always been like when I was with Beachbody, I had to get up early so I could get my workout out of the way. And so I could show my workout to everybody.
Mhm.
So I could do my business and my income producing activities. My, what is that stupid thing? I still can't. What is that thing? The
Your
form.
business
BAT.
activity tracker.
Business
Yeah.
activity tracker.
The business activity tracker, right? And now, like, I still my husband says it to me all the time. He's like, you can still work out like in the evenings. I don't shower until the evenings, right? But for some reason,
I don't
if
either,
I don't work out by a certain time, I'm like, oh, my day's completely done. I just might as well try again tomorrow.
Well,
And I still struggle with that too, even
Yeah.
4 years out, even with my Peloton and
And
I'll
it's right
do-
here.
and I make
Yeah.
a plan I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work out at this time. And
Yeah.
then, I just squirrel, I get ADHD myself. I get
Yeah.
distracted, or I just time gets away from me and I'm like, well, then I have to do this and this and this, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna have time to do it. But I'll just do it, even if it's 8:00 at night, because I don't shower until before I go to bed anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna either do a core workout or I'll do a quick ride or whatever. I just
Well,
it's trying to heal and change that
Right.
mindset that we were stuck in for so long. That if
I
you don't do it first thing, then you fail.
Then you're failed all day. Your
Yeah.
whole day is done.
But
Yeah,
also
whole day's ruined. Yeah.
there's the other danger, which is I look at my Facebook memories and it's like, oh, it's 11:15, but I didn't get my workout in, so I'm doing it now.
Now. Yep.
And then I will wake up
Mhm.
at 4 a.m. and do my tomorrow workout because I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
miss it. I can't miss
Mhm.
it.
It's that. It's all of it, right? And so
like,
Yeah.
the whole
mind game.
conversation that we're having right now is why autumn pisses us off. Sorry, Amy's channel.
You can say
Okay. Sorry. But it's why it makes us mad, because it's like we're not making this stuff up, right? Like why is it that we have to have rules around when we move our body and when we put food in our mouth?
Because it's a cult. I'm just kidding.
It is.
No, it is. No,
It is.
It is.
Oh god.
And it was the perfect example this weekend with Autumn and her little lemmings and her birthday party.
Well,
Because
I mean, to
and
prove
also
a
they're
point,
all beach body. They're all
Yeah.
beach body except
all
for
beach
my
body,
husband.
like they don't
That's
hang
weird.
around with anybody outside of Beachbody. Because why? Because any dissent, any negative talk, anybody questioning anything about Beachbody is toxic, and you need
Yeah.
to cut those toxic people out of your life. And it's all part of the cult's manipulation.
and even if it's your husband,
Mhm.
if they don't
Even if
support
it's your
you,
spouse
then
or a
I
family
would
member.
join.
Mhm.
I would join a pumpkin pie cult. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
okay.
I'm in.
Same.
I'm in.
Hey,
Same.
if there is a cult for wings and cheese fries, sign
Oh,
me
yeah.
up, baby. Okay.
Me too.
Oh,
Sign me up.
Amber.
Yep.
Ranch.
If
With
you ever
ranch.
go to Las Vegas, Gordon Ramsay has like a burger place, but they have like a garlic parmesan French
It's
fry.
so
those are
good.
my favorite. Oh, those are
Yeah,
my
they're so
favorite.
good.
Ooh.
You have to try it if you're ever.
Oh,
Was just
It's
there
so
and actually did.
Oh my
the
gosh,
weirdest thing.
they're so
Yes.
good, right?
Yes.
I feel like Cheryl, you and I would have a delicious like food vacation of like we're just
Oh,
going
yes.
and like eating food.
oh
Yes.
no, Jake and I have talked, like when we are able to travel and have like just me and him go places, the majority of our budget will be for food, because
Oh,
we are
heck yeah.
foodies and we like
Has
to
a
eat.
really nice
So yeah.
foodie tour. Vegas has a foodie tour you can do, and it's really
Oh,
good.
Jake, maybe I should talk him into going to Vegas instead of New York City for a weekend. Then.
Vegas is a lot of fun. It's
So I don't know how much I missed. I had to deal with some teenage kid drama. But I'm going to just say this. The best time of day to work out is whatever the heck works for you.
Yeah.
I
Love
know.
that.
I have a 6 o'clock conditioning class tonight because I don't want to go at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, they have classes starting at 5:30. No, thank you. I will go at 6, and there's only 3 people in there, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Sorry, I'm just yawning. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do, and you guys, that's it. That's how I do it. That's how it has been a lifestyle for me for 15 plus years. I actually was saying this. I'm gonna I'm gonna keep on my soapbox for a minute.
Oh,
I was saying
God.
this to one of my friends the other day. I was like, I don't know why I get attacked all of a sudden. I was like, first of all, 3 years ago, everybody was like, "Great, we love abortion figs. You know, we love the things and the workouts." And I didn't get attacked for my size because this is just my size. I have been this size.
What?
We are waking up to the fact that restrictive diets suck.
Jinx, yes, they freaking suck. Oh my God.
And
A lot has changed since 21 Day Fix and Portion Fixes came out.
Yes. A lot.
Nobody cares about the size she is. I think that's the other thing. Like, no, we are concerned for your health. And it's not the size that you are, it's the programs that you have implemented that have screwed up so many people. That's the problem. It's not that you weigh 109, 110 pounds. And guess what? You can fluctuate a lot without losing or gaining weight, which is muscle mass.
I think just for me, and again, just I guess I'm gonna walk a very narrow line here. Seeing how healthy she looked in 2020, maybe at the end of 2019, whenever she filmed it, how vibrant her skin looked. I know she was wearing makeup, but her hair was shiny. To now, she looks like she maybe is struggling with some health things. And I'm trying to be very careful with what I say. I'm saying for someone as a super trainer who's leading the charge in a health and wellness multi-level marketing company, and you are far and above the most visible person in Beachbody, and you have a lot of influence, I would say I am worried from the change, not from, not because like, oh, you're tiny and you're still tiny. I'm saying I would hope that someone would speak up if something was wrong with me and say, are you okay? I would hope.
In a few seconds, she's going to say that she's lost bloat, and that's why she's leaned out. It's not, you can see the difference in her muscle mass. She has lost muscle.
Yeah.
She may still weigh the same, but there is a definite difference in the amount of muscle mass, especially if you look at her quads.
Yeah.
Y'all should see. Have y'all seen Robin Arson's quads? She's the same height as Autumn, and her quads are just huge, and she's muscular and healthy, and so food. Autumn keeps, and she eats, and she's a type 1 diabetic, and she's vegan, and she's a lot healthier than Autumn. When Autumn tries to make an excuse like, oh, it's because I'm a small petite person. Well, there's plenty of other small petite athletic people who are healthy. So you can't use that excuse anymore, Miss Autumn. You can't, not with me at least.
Yeah, I think, everybody comes in all shapes and sizes. Some people are going to find our channels and they're going to come in this mid, like, whatever this whole odyssey of Autumn is. We're not saying that small people are not healthy and large people are bigger. I'm saying there's a spectrum. There's health. It looks like a lot of different ways. And
health has no size.
Yeah, and again, I would say noticing if there is a stark difference. Would say are you okay? If you're okay, great. I don't think that it's harmful to say I care about you, or at least from your influence, are you sure that your positioning is healthy for other people to follow? I think that's I think that's
because
honest question
because she markets it as kind of like a blanket thing that it's like a one size fits all sort of nutrition program, when that's not it. And I know I keep bringing up like Robin Arson, but she's this pretty much same age as Autumn. She just turned 40, same size, and it's just like the comparison when Autumn's put on this pedestal as this, nutritional guru, yet her skin is sullen and she lives off of 40 supplements a day and she doesn't eat food and she's so restrictive, and she tells other people to be restrictive to be able to get these results.
And at the same time, she's saying she wants to gain muscle mass. You cannot gain muscle mass if you don't eat food.
Well, and I want to talk about this. Like, is she puts herself out, and she's even said in this that this is what healthy is. But she also will tell you that she's going to this doctor in Texas because she is not healthy. So you can't have it both ways.
No,
you are not healthy. You're not.
And she's had these issues for years, for pretty much almost as long. Well, pretty much. Well, I guess as she was kind of in the middle of her Beachbody journey. And as we know, these issues she's having are causes because of restrictive dieting and malnourishment. And this doctor in Texas she's just parroting what he's saying when he doesn't even have any business giving her guidance on her gut issues. So
and if you're listening to this and you find yourself saying, hey, something doesn't feel right with Beachbody or the recommendations that I'm receiving from the programs, talk to your doctor. Have them look over the program. Talk to a registered dietitian. Have them look over
me.
Well, and I think the other thing too is go get a screening from your doctor, because guess what? I have better labs now than I did when I was at my lowest weight with Beachbody.
Yeah. And it's very hard. It's very hard when you're inside a group and you're so attached that these are the right way to do things. Like, if you think that we're going to be giving you biased advice, like Amy said, go get some testing from your doctor. Go see what your numbers look like. And then you can start to have that conversation, because again, good ideas and good programs can stand up to scrutiny. So if your Beachbody stuff's doing well for you, great. But if you've got questions, you can ask questions. It's, and you can figure out what's going on.
Yep.
And I'm just going to say this, 4 weeks for everybody, Dobbs Design Co. is not for everybody. I've reviewed the entire program. It is not.
And quit calling it no impact.
Yeah, please.
Please. For love.
For all the Beachbody coaches.
For love of God.
Exercise science.
Oh my God.
I even messed up the other day because when I did my reel, I was like, no impact. Is she swimming? And Jen's like, that's still impact. I'm like, well, what is no impact?
Basically laying down in the corpse pose in yoga.
Savasana. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Because even standing is impact on your knees, right?
Yep.
Right.
Gravity.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. And like, I've even done posts about this. Like, I've done posts of myself on every single set I've been on for the last 9 years.
Just listen.
109, 110 pounds. I'm 5'3". I like to say 5'4" on a good day. But it's funny how people will come at me now and be like, well, you're too skinny now. It was happening to me a couple months ago. Like maybe a few months after the launch of Gut Protocol. And I was laughing because I was like, I actually still weigh the same. I had less bloat. So I definitely looked leaner and tighter because I have less bloat. But I was actually the same weight because I still eat the same amount.
That was when she called out the body positivity movement.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, that's when she was all, I am so tired of this body positivity.
It's
really
bullshit.
Bullshit. You just want to be lazy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Get off Instagram and go work out is what she said. Get off Instagram and go work out.
Wow.
And if you're wondering, if you're watching this, we have the receipts for that.
Yeah,
yes,
I did it.
We do.
Did it. I think
yes, you did.
I did a video on my YouTube on it. Yeah, I was pretty worked up about it. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to find it and link
it. She was tired of the anti-diet culture, and that she doesn't get this blowback from men. It's just women. And why are women tearing me down? And we need to be nicer to each other, women. And then I came with the facts about how diet culture actually does damage men, but they're not vocal about it like we are.
But
and I
also
came
an
with the fat.
impact, like women are far and above more targeted in terms of what we're supposed to look like and,
Well, yeah,
and this other stuff.
because she was like
Oh.
this diet culture thing. I don't know when this diet culture thing became a thing. And then so I read all the diets throughout the years for the last 100 years, the facts. Yeah.
Diet culture started way back in the 1400s. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
If you guys ever want to actually dive into it, the book Fearing the Black Body by Sabrina Strings it goes all the way back. All the way back. And it covers it all.
wow.
It's a great book.
And I was like, it's interesting to me that instead of people being like, why is she that size, that they don't think to themselves like, hey, this is a person that has been able to maintain pretty steady size for 9, 10, obviously 10 years of you guys seeing me sort of in the spotlight. And even though it's been 5 more years than that, but like, this is the person that's been able to maintain it. So what are they doing? Because I travel the world, I celebrate all the holidays. I celebrate all the birthdays. I show you guys the good days and the bad days, and I show you guys the ups and the downs. So like, I hope that for the most part, that is inspiring to most people, that you guys look at it and think like, hey, it is sustainable. I can do this and I can be consistent. I can still have fun.
What is sustainable about being so upset about posting your birthday and like really struggling with what you're eating on your birthday, and like you're gonna have that type of anxiety every single year until you die? Like,
Well, and also, like, can you think of being that obsessed about your weight to
For 15
always
years.
for 15 years to make sure you stay the exact same weight? I mean, that's just sad to me. That's sad.
Carol commented, I think earlier, I think it's Carol. I thought she was 115. She has said at one point she got up to 114 or 115 when she was having all of her medical issues. I think saying that
yeah, that was in the live that she talked about body positivity being bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amy's channel again.
You're okay. I promise.
we have a get out of jail free card.
She consistently leaves out, one, it is her job to create fitness programs. Unfortunately, she's not qualified to do it. And to look the way she looks because of the company she works for. Entertainment value for marketing value. It is her job to look the way she looks. 2, she always leaves out genetics. She may say, I'm just small. Okay, let's talk about that more, because your job and your lifestyle and your genetics all play a factor into how you look. She leaves that part out all the time.
Yeah. I mean, and she was wasn't she? Didn't she a degree in dancing and was God, okay, school
I'm
me.
just
She never finished because the dance teacher was mean.
What?
She majored in dance. But
oh, wow.
I'm just saying, if you've done Country Heat with her, I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, she was bringing dances out, those dance moves out at her birthday party this weekend.
It's a lot of
that Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying if she was in dancing and like if she was more classical ballet, like high school, junior high, younger, I don't know, but because like there's a lot of eating disorders that are attached to some of those more classical programs that I wondered if she struggles with anything like that. And I say that loosely, and I try to say that as empathetically as I can, that it's a reality that hits that sport. And I call dancing a sport. It's an art and a sport. So, so I just want to, I don't want to offend people. I don't want to talk about something flippantly, but it is something that does hit that group of people.
It's the reality. I mean, it's kind of like wrestlers. Wrestlers are also more prone to eating disordered eating patterns. It's the sport, and dance is definitely on there. And honestly, you could talk about this in so many sports, football and binge eating, so that they can get bigger, so that they can tackle, or all of these different things.
Yep.
So much of our just environment conditions us with size and food and all of it. So,
Wow.
oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So there's 5 broad categories to health that determine our health. There's 5 of them. Genetics, which she never talks about. Behavior, which she likes to promote disordered behaviors. Your environmental and physical influences, where you live. Medical care, and then the social factors. We have 5. Her idea of what determines health is eating and exercise. That is it.
Yep.
And under those 5, it branches out. It's way more complicated than her narrow view.
And enjoy myself and then jump right back on track. And I don't have to hate myself when I have times that I consciously made the choice.
No, you just hate on us. Okay, got it.
To be unhealthy, right? That's what I'm gonna call it. I consciously made the choice this weekend to do things that were not that healthy for my body. So that was my message today. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. I'm gonna go enjoy my matcha latte before it gets too cold.
It's already cold. It's 10 minutes.
Guys,
you've been talking to us for 10 minutes.
Focus on the consistency of it.
Oh
That's the message for today. Focus on the consistency of it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.
So it's okay for her to make a conscious choice to have a weekend of debauchery in Miami and her friends. But anybody else, you're lazy. You need to get off Instagram and you need to work out and you need to do her plan to a T.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. It's okay for her.
We're just not as good as her. That's what I pick up from that.
We can't because...
No, because we're beneath her. We're beneath her.
Yep. And again, when you start creating rules where you get to... I mean, that's kind of... And again, I say this loosely. That is kind of what leaders of authoritarian destructive cults do, is they have their own set of rules for themselves, and they have a whole nother set of rules for everybody else to follow. And I'm not trying to be disparaging. I'm saying the behavior is similar, because she said she gets to break the rules on her birthday weekend, but we get yelled at when we don't follow through with gut protocol. And how can we be so stupid as to not just be able to follow some simple rules? Give me a break. The rules should apply to everybody if it works effectively, in my opinion. And, Autumn just gets to make exceptions for herself and her friends. So, just, she puts me in such a bad mood.
I mean, but think about this. Think about all the people that Kat got to join her with the gut protocol group that her and Tanya are running, right? And Tanya is running all over Italy, eating all the things and showing all the things that nobody in her group can eat because it's not on gut protocol. And then Kat's over the whole entire weekend. I mean, come on now. All the food that was shown, everything, you're telling me that, she's drinking. That's not on 4-week gut protocol. She's supposed to be 100% in, right? So it's not just about Autumn. It's about everybody that was there. And Autumn was the leader and should have made everybody listen, basically, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I think that the thing for me is they say that this is a lifestyle, but then they're like, but I can only enjoy myself if I have a debauchery weekend or whatever. You don't have to drink. They could have had a great time not drinking. They could have made different choices. And if they do still want to stay on plan or whatever they're talking about. So they do this, you can do this anytime, you can stay on this anytime and be healthy. Or then they flip over here. No, do this. But it's you could have had a great weekend and stayed on plan, like you told all of the people who purchased gut protocol you were going to do.
You can still go to parties and have fun with your friends and still stay on the plan. It's doable anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Also, you don't have to drink to have a good time, right?
Nope.
Yeah. Hey, live chat. Just again, I hate to be the I don't know, the party killer. I just want, again, just to reiterate, everybody from every political beliefs welcome here. There's people from both sides who have been harmed by Beachbody, and just because there's correlation um, between Autumn and who she likes for president does not equal causation. There's lots of I just want to be welcoming and inclusive here, because when we start creating these other type of groups, there's limited openness for people to be able to say, I need help, I want to get out of Beachbody, and if they're not welcome here, where are they going to be welcome? So I just want to reiterate that. And again, I just want to reiterate that to the live chat. I don't.
Yeah,
I all feel that same way.
That's not my. That's not. I hate doing that. I just want to like. There's lots of people who have been harmed by Beachbody, and it's not just. I don't know. It's not just Democrats, not moderates. It's not just
multi-level marketing. It seeps into every nook and cranny, no matter what side of the aisle that you're on. It's a bipartisan issue because both sides have taken money from multi-level marketing companies and their lobbyists. So
yeah. I just want, it's like we can have hard conversations here, and literally when we say everyone is welcome, everyone's welcome. We're going to be civil and respectful.
And don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Sorry, Amy's channel.
Don't be a douche canoe.
You want me to use don't be a penis head, okay?
All right, so I just looked at Callie's post today. Vicky just commented on looking at the caption. Yeah. So she's saying, don't do what everybody else does, but at the same time, she's trying to get people in a gut protocol group, which is a cookie cutter program. Everybody.
From what I understand, some tea. Didn't Callie wasn't she the one that started with the gut stuff, and then her sister swooped in and did something, and their dog
Melanie Mitro too. It was her and Melanie started with the anti-inflammatory gut protocol stuff, and then Autumn decided. Yes, because Callie is on Melanie's.
And Callie's her sister. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Again, the rabbit hole just keeps going deeper.
You rarely see that.
Yeah, she's talking about not doing what this person is doing, but she's trying, she's actually promoting gut protocol. Her individual one-on-one coaching cost is ridiculous, and she's not even qualified to do that. That's a whole nother live. But everybody that does protocol, because I know there's some people watching that have done, I don't know if you're still here, but everybody has to cut out dairy. Everybody has to cut out gluten. Everybody has to cut out artificial sweeteners, which are demonized for no damn reason. The research does not back that up. Corn. There's one more. Alcohol. And I think there's one more. I can't remember.
Soy.
What corn? What happened with corn?
Ultra processed soy. Ultra processed.
It's corn.
Yeah, yeah. Don't do what this other person is doing, but then they're all cutting out the same exact foods.
But why are we leaving? Where's corn? Why are we being mean to corn? Why can't we? It's a vegetable.
Yeah,
right? It goes straight through you.
A lot of people have corn causes actual digestive issues. It's one of the high allergens, which is probably why she has that in here.
Well, I've heard it's just because it's so much sugar content in corn. It's a higher sugar content. So corn, carrots, there are a few of them that is what I
for this reason, it's an allergen purpose, because I looked through the material. They went with the top 5 or 6 issues that cause GI issues, and corn is one of them. And I don't eat corn, but that's because I don't like it.
Blasphemy. As a Midwestern, born and raised.
Talk about a polarizing topic. Jen doesn't like corn.
I don't like corn.
The big corn date.
Why
chicken
we're having
dinner.
corn? We're having corn on the cob for our dinner tonight.
Love it.
Corn, but it's in. I may not like it.
On the grill.
Yeah.
It's in my house. My kids and my husband like it, so I make it for them.
I love
just
corn.
prefer it. It has to be like, even if you make like the corn salad with, no, can't do it.
But the difference between Jen and Autumn
There's
is that
very, very few foods that I don't like, and corn is one of them.
Yep.
And spaghetti squash.
Oh, that's
And turkey bacon.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
I get it with spaghetti squash because for me, I'm like a texture person.
Oh yeah.
And with the spaghetti squash,
texture.
like if you're gonna look like noodles, you need to have the texture of noodles, right?
Yep.
When it's like it's kind of like
Same thing
false
with
advertisement.
Same thing with zucchini noodles. I can't
do
it's
like
it.
false advertisement.
I'll dice up zucchini and eat it in pasta, but I will not use it as a noodle anymore.
No.
Yep.
All right, okra. Yeah, okra. If you don't prepare it right, you can get slimy. But fried okra is amazing.
Brussels sprouts. It's Brussels sprouts for me, but can't do it.
Karina,
I like Brussels sprouts when they're prepared in a specific way, but my husband hates them, and so it's like, oh man. We have probably a few other videos coming up. We just have to figure out when all of our schedules collide in a good way. I mean, these Beachbody coaches keep us busy. If y'all very.
I mean, the Snark writes itself, y'all. So I mean, every day there's new stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
so if y'all see something,
Cheryl's on Emily today.
Oh shit! Oh,
it makes me so mad. Like she.
Well, and here's where I had a
problem. Christina Delgado posted about him too in her story.
I saw that.
Here's my problem specifically with Emily, and maybe this is just semantics and like me being the way I teach my kids. Okay, she was showing her daughter, he is bad. Okay, my thing is he made a bad choice. That doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad person. And she just characterized him as a monster.
Yeah.
You're teaching this 3-year-old that.
Yeah.
And that is not okay. You're teaching.
No, it is not.
Because she doesn't know what is going on. She doesn't understand that.
Ella knows that he had devil ears on him, and that makes him a monster. And the reason, so like, I didn't bring that part across. My part is like, it literally infuriates me that like you make a mistake, right? Even Joel, like if you make a mistake, own up to it. Don't be a douche canoe and try to block people and hate on them, right?
Yeah.
But she doesn't say anything. He did the same thing that Adam Levine did, and you don't say anything because it doesn't gain you clout on TikTok. That's it.
And I think that's the running theme through all of these. Be consistent.
Yeah.
Be consistent. But don't teach your kids that because someone made a bad choice that they are a bad person.
Yeah.
Because kids will make because like when kids are, and again, I'm just saying this from like my own experience, they fill in the gaps when they're younger with things where they're not able to process through logically. So they said, well, I received something good from this interaction. So they make a lot of judgments about how things happen. So when you're at that young age, when you're saying, oh, this person's bad, they're going to make a lot of assumptions about all that. And so it's like,
think about everything that's just being fed into her brain about.
She tells her everything to say. Yeah, it's all thought out because again, Ella doesn't really know who Adam Levine is. And Emily only posts that because she makes money off of Ella's content. Yeah. So if she wasn't to post Ella in that with her, she probably wouldn't get as many views.
No.
Yep. And then she's spending all of Ella's money because I consider it Ella's money because she would not be making all those millions of dollars if it hadn't been for her kid.
And that's why something has to be done because I mean they did something for kids that are in TV and entertainment. Something has to be done for kids that are on social media making money for their parents right now. Like,
Yep.
I'd be happy. Like, I tell my kid every day, I'm like, you are lazy. You could be making me millions right now. Like, what's going on? Right? You could be set.
I tell Peyton that too. And
by the
Peyton,
time you could be set, but he plays video games and he records himself. I'm like, where's my money for this? Like,
yeah.
what
I tell
we need a
Peyton that
marketing
too. I'm
team.
like, I know. I tell Peyton that because she makes TikToks, but she keeps them all in her drafts. Like, she doesn't post them. She just keeps. I'm like, girl, you could be making me some money because she asked
Yeah.
me to make TikToks with her, and then she won't post them. I'm like, girl, we could be making money together, but she won't
Yeah.
post them.
Right. I mean, but
And here's the difference. Your kids are both old enough to consent.
yeah,
Ella isn't.
yeah.
Yep.
She like, ooh, it gets me so mad for kids.
Yeah.
Like my kids, I have very varying degrees of willingness. Some of them ask to be on social media, and some of them are like, don't post anything with me.
Well, it's like I posted the boomerang of my kid jumping up and down at the box of crumble cookies yesterday for his birthday. I asked him, can I post this? And he said, yes. I took another picture later. Can I post this? No.
No.
Post it.
Yep. You ask every single time. And y'all
Yeah,
so.
You know, you ask.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
Brianne did address
like-
her relationship with Melissa the other day, and I sent Brianne a DM. She actually responded to me. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
yay. I said, you know, she wasn't really a friend then.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
She's very classy. And you know what? Like, I know people may say whatever they want to say, but if you also go through and read her story about how it affected her, that's sad.
I cried. I had like tears. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious.
Yep.
I think the big difference in like with Christina, why Adam Levine? Why? I didn't even know what the heck was going on. I'm like, oh, okay. He texted, this girl came out. It happens. It doesn't just happen. It happens.
Yeah.
But the difference is he's like, hey, yeah, I did this. Is it like at least he acknowledged it?
But was it with
Joel is not.
With the company? That's the problem. Joel doesn't acknowledge it, and that's the problem. And he also has been known to bully and keep people quiet because he didn't want it out. And Beachbody leaves it alone, and that is wrong. Because she, who shall not be named, is actually getting a leg up for her team because they idolize her now. Right?
And as much as all of these coaches that are connected to the super trainers say it doesn't help my business,
and
they are lying.
Oh yeah, it 100% does.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet kids are going to have feelings. Like kids are going to have feelings like the Olsen twins. I mean, the Olsen twins talk about the regret that they have about being on. I mean, from their baby. So
and it's weird because people try to compare Ella to
because they say that she looks like Mary-Kate and
No, she doesn't.
I mean, it's so sad. Like all of the other Beachbody coaches exploit Ella when they're around her because they think it's gonna give their socials some kind of boost. It's like give that kid some privacy.
Well, and that's what Emma was saying earlier in the chat, that they were told that if they made a post with Emily or Ella, that it would help their business, and that's wrong.
Wow. Oh my god. It just seems like the problem is too big to address. It's just, oh my god.
It's like a rolling hill of.
It really is the company, because guess what? I did it too. I posted my 1-year-old drinking my Shakeology. You're told that is what you do.
Yeah. All of my photos with my youngest, he was in the workout videos with me, or right next to me. Look how easy it is for you to work out with your child right next to you. Every photo that I have found of him, I can remember the reason I took these photos was so I could share them on social media, because he was cute as hell and so chubby, right? And somebody would buy a challenge pack for me because my kid's so cute.
Yeah. But again, it's like y'all were instructed to do that from people above you, and also you were self-aware enough to say like, hey, something's wrong with this, and you had that pivot, and you also say, hey, you know what, I was wrong for doing that, and we're pivoting, and you can pivot too. And it's like, we're not saying, oh, you did something wrong, so we're going to hold it over you for the rest of your life. We're saying like, hey, please. And again, as social media has become so prevalent, it's hard to realize the ramifications of it. So we're learning as we are also posting. So it's a difficult problem to have, but I mean, it's very complex. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's been a whole moment with Autumn Calabrese and the time that
look how stressed DC is. Gosh, I love you, DC.
So mad.
I'm gonna go eat fries, preferably flavored, and
yeah. I'm gonna go get some some fried
Cheryl,
chicken. McDonald's, yeah, love it.
Yeah, because I actually saw a comment in Autumn's post underneath that where somebody said McDonald's is horrible for you.
McDonald's is delicious.
I saw that too.
I'm hungry and it's food and it tastes good.
Well, do you remember the reel she did last year demonizing the sausage breakfast sandwich from McDonald's?
Made me really want
Yeah,
one.
I did a video. I did a YouTube video on that too.
Was it 2 years ago that she did that?
Yeah, like 2. Yeah,
I love the turkey bacon breakfast sandwich from McDonald's. Oh my god, it's one of my favorites.
I love it.
Yeah, and then she made her own version, which was so dry. It looked so, and it was huge.
Karina, anytime.
Anytime, Karina.
We have Karina and we can teach her.
Oh, Karina, you already know.
All
you gotta do is say so.
Yep.
That's my girl. That's my plant mom.
Yes. Yeah, if y'all ever want to think that you're, interested in like doing something or want to step out and do something on YouTube, like message us if you've got an experience.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk to you. We're not some kind of weird exclusive group. We're just, we're just here running our mouths. So, and you can run your mouth.
Christina said she's willing to come on and chat with us too.
Sweet. Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Sweet. Cool. Oh, my dog is yodeling. Okay. That is
That's the sign.
I'm going to go ahead and roll the outro. Live chat, you've been incredible. Thank you so much for being accommodating with the pivots we had to make with everything. Yes. Hearts to everyone. Non-culty love.
It doesn't work right.
Non-culty love.
Non-culty love.
Replay through. Let us know what you think, and we will catch you on the next live stream. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.